We at Vivekam believe that there are only four secrets that you as an investor need to follow to maintain a strong portfolio that has chances of higher appreciation. So just to outline the four secrets that we follow for our clients or for our investors, I will walk you through each of these secrets with three different categories of portfolios. One, a little smaller one in the medium segment, and one quite a large portfolio. So first and foremost, what we need to do is ensure that the sector allocation in our portfolio for any particular sector does not exceed 20%. So if you look at this first example where I'm showing you the total value of the portfolio is around 3 lakhs. You can see that not more than 20% is exposed to any particular industry. The maximum that they have in their exposure is the finance industry at 20.86%. That too, it could be done because at the time of buying, we essentially recommend investors to buy worth only 20%, but maybe the finance industry has grown for this particular investor. The same with automobiles where it is now 20.12%. Next, I will show you another portfolio which is around 55 lakhs, which is falling under the mid-range of segment. You will see here again, the maximum exposure that they have to any one particular industry is tire sector at 18.02%. The steel sector has around 16.12%, and altogether the other industries that are not covered as major factors here account for only 33.45%. So even here in this case, this investor does not have more than 20% exposure to any one particular industry. Last and foremost, like I mentioned, I will now take a big example, big investor example, which is around 15 crores worth of portfolio. The maximum exposure they have is towards computer software at 19.99%. Next is steel at 14%. And again, after these major bigwigs, 38.99% alone is allocated to all the other sectors that are not covered in the top few ranks. So this is first and foremost the most important secret that investors need to adhere to. Don't get or don't take exposure more than 20% to any one particular industry. Regulations may change, governments may change. There may be news that is unfavorable against one particular industry. So at all times, we need to make sure our portfolio is balanced and has the highest chance to succeed. So make sure to diversify. Never at any point more than 20% has to go into any one particular industry. The second secret that investors need to follow according to us is ensuring your portfolio level earnings are growing quarter on quarter. What does that mean? The earnings per shares for all the stocks in your portfolio combined together should grow quarter on quarter. And whenever we look at earnings, we always look at data that is for the trailing 12 months. So the last 4 quarters should be clubbed into one item. The preceding next four quarters should be into one item, and so forth and so on. So for the first case, for the 3 lakh example case, let us just look at the data. So if you see here the portfolio earnings, the first column here around 9580. That is again growing in the next quarter to the quarter ending 2023 September to 12,897. Again to 15,500 in the December quarter, and to the latest March quarter 20,528. All of these are important parameters to follow to ensure that you adhere to the second secret, which is portfolio earnings should be growing quarter on quarter. Now coming to the 55 or 56 lakh example portfolio, you will see again the quarter on quarter trailing 12-month portfolio earnings is growing from 1,79,483 to 2,33,293 to 3,37,253 and around 3,36,160, because not all the results or not all the stocks within that portfolio may have given out the latest data. Still, this is an important parameter to ensure in your portfolio. And again, the last example, the big portfolio that we are talking about around 15 crores also, you will see that the same is standing. 53 lakhs 71,000 has grown to 62 lakhs 40,000, which has grown to 70 lakhs, which has grown to 81 lakhs. So make sure portfolio earnings are growing for your portfolio on a trailing 12-month basis for all the quarters. This means your portfolio is working for you. It is delivering earnings for you, and these are all positive steps that your portfolio is in the right direction. Next, and most importantly, we believe all the stocks in your portfolio should be trading lower than the fair price assigned to each and every stock. So first example, let us look at the 3 lakh example case, where you will see this candidate has around 6 stocks in their portfolio, and you will see the price column and the target price column. Here you will see each and every one of those stocks is currently trading at a price that is below the target price set by Vivekam. So we ascertain a fair price for each and every stock traded on the exchange. So for this particular example, all 6 of these stocks, you will see combined at a portfolio level, earnings are growing, as well as each of those independent stocks is trading below the fair price assigned by Vivekam. So now let us look at the next example, which is of the 55 lakhs portfolio. You will see here the person has around 22 stocks, and all 22 of them, you can see the price and the target price columns here that are highlighted. Each of these are trading below the fair price. It does not merit inclusion into our portfolio if a stock is overvalued. That is why we always make sure stock is trading below the fair price for each of our investors. And lastly, if you go look at the 15 crore portfolio also, the same applies. All of those prices are lower than the target price assigned or set by Vivekam. So we have looked at now 1, 2 and 3. 1, sector diversification. 2, portfolio level earnings have to grow quarter on quarter. 3, each of the stocks have to be trading below the fair price set by Vivekam. And fourth, and a little more important, we need to ensure our portfolio level PE is trading below the index. That means the Nifty index has a portfolio PE, and our stocks in our portfolio combined together should give out a portfolio PE ratio that is lower than index. That is meaning that it is undervalued and has higher chance to grow than compared to the index. So like I mentioned, lastly, portfolio PE ratio has been trading lesser than of the index. Here for the 3 lakh portfolio case, you will see portfolio ratio in all the quarters. The first quarter was at around 17.94, where index was at 23. The next quarter 17.15 against index at 20.61. Next 17.71 against the Nifty at 22.31. Next 14.18 against the index at 22.34, and currently it is at 14.65, whereas the index is at 22.03. So with all these things and all things working in our favor in terms of fundamentals, definitely returns will come to investors who have this strength in their portfolio and are holding on to undervalued stocks. So next, let us look at the 56 lakh example case. We will see that the portfolio PE ratio is around 16.84 currently, whereas the index is around 22.03. And lastly, for the huge 15 crore portfolio also, here you will see that the portfolio PE ratio is around 18, whereas the Nifty is around 22.03. So again, I will give a quick recap. First, sector diversification. No more than 20% exposure into any one particular sector. 2, portfolio earnings have to be growing quarter on quarter. Make sure to check out data on trailing 12-month basis. 3, all the individual stocks in your portfolio must be trading below the fair price. A fair price is a price. As of now, Vivekam has a fair price. I'm sure others have other fair prices, but make sure it is undervalued. And fourth, make sure your portfolio level PE is trading below that of the index. With all these steps in play, you don't need to do anything more or anything less. Returns automatically follow people who have these 4 fundamental strengths inside their portfolio. So with any of these reports, if you would like to get a check on how my portfolio is doing and where things are for my portfolio, make sure to send us that data to holdings@vivekam.co.in, and we would be glad to assist you for a first time without any charge to give you this data so that you can make better and more informed decisions.